We represent a microcosm of Global South NGOs or actors in general. And so we thought it was really important to bring in activists, to bring in community leads, because we think that the diverse voices that we can hear in a space like this is really important. And we think it's really important for them to be able to engage directly with donors. So for us, it was ensuring diversity and inclusion.
Today for me really has been, the first thing was to see the Global Alliance, to see CIVICUS, to see NIA really coming together. For me, that's a win-win already, because I've never seen them really work together like this. So, and the room is very powerful, you know, the way it started, people already having networks, sharing, so forth. Yeah, so I hope we are going to come up with something. And I see the donors who are around in the room are also willing to listen. You know, sometimes can be uncomfortable, but I'm glad they're brave to be part of this. Yeah.
So I am very happy to be here because we are in an exchange of ideas, and we are local leaders, and I think this is very important to know local leaders of other countries. So for me, it's like a very safe space with confidence and a lot to share. Yeah.
I think it's eye-opening in the sense that a lot of people are still very comfortable. And I think if you're going to have a conversation around locally led development, it means there must be some element of discomfort. How do you ensure continuity to effect change? And essentially that means ensuring that communities are a part and parcel of those conversations, diverse communities alive to the very real realities now.
I think it's important for organizations like NIA, for example, that give voice, or more than give voice, are a voice, represent so many organizations. That's important. I think that civil society in general, they have the power, yes. It's just that sometimes there are systems that may silence those voices, and organizations like NIA or spaces like this elevate those voices. And I think that's one of the key takeaways for me. And I would say also the collaborative approach that different stakeholders can bring, and to really make true on the promise of how do we support locally led actions.
I really believe that change is ecosystemic, and we have to work in ecosystems. So this is a really crucial piece of the ecosystem of transformation, in terms of people who work far more closely with broad-based communities of people directly affected by the crises that frame our lives, whether they be humanitarian, whether they be justice and human rights crises, or development challenges, that people are concerned to address for people to thrive. So I think it's great to convene in this way, and I appreciate that the methodology is participatory, because that's actually the way that community conversation works.
And USAID is really committed to shifting to a model of development and humanitarian assistance that centers its work around the needs and the priorities of local actors, that seeks to strengthen local systems and seeks to make our work, the work that we fund, much more responsive, again, to the needs and the priorities of local actors and local communities. We are committed to shifting more of our funding and more decision-making power to these local actors as well. But as we do so, it is really important for us to be able to hear the voices, the perspectives of the local change makers themselves who are doing this work, who also want to see this shift to a model of more locally led development and humanitarian assistance, to be able to inform how we seek to change our work as well.
Yo creo que es una oportunidad, sobre todo de plantear visiones locales a actores que están fuera de nuestro alcance. Yo creo que eso es una oportunidad de poder conversar con estos actores que están en otro nivel, en otras latitudes, y que nos permite plantear también nuestra forma de cómo vemos la situación en nuestros países, de cómo vemos el desarrollo local, de cómo vemos que las cosas pueden cambiar para mejorar sobre todo las condiciones locales en las que nos encontramos en nuestros países.
I think foundations often act as enablers or conduits for conversation. It also allows us to help bring different actors into the space that really should be in conversation or more active conversation with each other in order to come to solutions around justice.
But there's also a really important element to this as well around equity and around power. And I think that these conversations, the fact that they're shifting in this direction now, bring a really important element to the why we seek to do, to move in this direction, to move towards a model of more locally led development and humanitarian assistance as well.
I think that the most important for me right now is to share with dignity and also with responsibility. We don't find the donors and the local NGO like enemies, and that is very important. We need to learn together, and that is the most insight for me right now. So it's a very different community here in Africa, in Mexico, in Asia, but we want to do something. So is that the way we are here because we care.